Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Degnan. A section of the northeast extension of the Pennsylvania Turnpike in the Bear Creek area is still slow moving as we are coming on the air tonight. A one-vehicle crash that reports from the scene say may have claimed 2 lives happened just after 3 o'clock this afternoon. Emergency crews are still there. We don't have any details of the crash yet released, although the tags on the vehicle reportedly are from New Jersey. An 80-year-old man from Hazleton who admitted to having a sexual relationship with a minor that spanned over 8 years was sentenced to up to 10 years in prison. Arthur Dittman pleaded guilty back in January to a count of involuntary deviant sexual intercourse in exchange for other charges being withdrawn. Prosecutors say Dittman sexually abused and inappropriately touched the child at locations in McAdoo, Beaver Meadows, and Hazleton. Dittman claimed in court that the victim came on to him and made him touch the victim. Luzerne County Judge Michael Vo sentenced Dittman to serve 5 to 10 years in state prison. Dittman received credit for 2 days' time served and will be required to register as a sex offender for life. A man from Hazleton that is accused of using drugs and trying to touch and kiss 3 juveniles in a backyard last year was sentenced. 28-year-old Steve Salcedo, who previously pleaded guilty to 3 counts of corruption of minors in exchange for other charges, including attempted indecent assault, being withdrawn. Salcedo was sentenced by Luzerne County Judge Michael Vo to 3 to 18 months in county jail, followed by 4 years probation. Police say he denied touching the boys in a backyard in the 500 block of North Locust Street September 1st, but admitted he did ask them if they wanted to be touched. Kenneth Crawford III has been serving 2 life sentences for the murders of a man and woman back in 1999 in Hollenbach Township. He was 15 years old at the time. Yesterday, he was resentenced in Luzerne County Court. The judge gave him credit for the almost 18 years he's already served. He will now serve 2 sentences of 26 years to life and will be eligible for parole in 2052. The resentence was due to the Supreme Court ruling that prohibits mandatory life sentences for juveniles. Wilkes-Barre police have issued an arrest warrant for 24-year-old Ralph Wyln of Wilkes-Barre. Police say he's wanted for his part in an alleged armed robbery involving 2 women that took place Saturday night. 2 women told officers Wyln contacted them on the internet asking if they wanted to buy Percocet. When they arrived at his apartment on North Grant Street in Wilkes-Barre, they say 2 other men were there. One showed a gun and robbed them. The 3 men then took off. Police say the women may also face charges. Anyone with information is asked to contact Wilkes-Barre police. Federal investigators now say steel straps holding electrical conduits to the ceiling of the Pennsylvania Turnpike tunnel in Lehigh Valley had corroded before a portion of conduit crashed through the windshield of a truck, killing the driver. The National Transportation Safety Board earlier today issued a preliminary report on the February 21st accident inside the Lehigh Tunnel. The report says a 2016 inspection had found the corrosion and that the Pennsylvania Turnpike Commission was in the process of awarding a contract to replace the straps when the accident happened. A New Jersey truck driver was killed when the section of conduit struck him in the head. The NTSB plans to identify a cause in its final report, along with safety recommendations. The Kosciuszko Street roundabout in Nanticoke made its debut today. With that being said, one road opens and another closes. Construction is about to begin on another roundabout project in Nanticoke. Another piece of the South Valley Parkway project is complete, but only a few blocks away, the intersection of Prospect and Middle Road will close for crews to start on the next roundabout. Nanticoke Fire Chief Kevin Hazelton will encounter the detour constantly.
What it does for emergency services, really not a lot. To get to the Hanover section, we got to go the extra 4 blocks.
Not concerned, though, even when it comes to his line of work.
The tax dollar is supposed to go to serve the community.
Coke resident, the project's in action.
I see the downside. People hate it. It's the money. I think they look at how many millions and millions of dollars.
Construction is ongoing, so be sure to plan ahead for those new road delays and detours in that portion of Nanticoke. Luzerne County Council is expected to vote on a $5 per vehicle registration fee later this month, and some municipalities are opposed to it. If the fee is put into place, it would generate nearly $1.4 million, which would be used to maintain county-owned roads and bridges. Officials in Hazel Township and Hazelton have concerns because the roads and bridges involved in the project do not exist within their municipal boundaries. Hazel Township already pays a significant amount of taxes to the county. Hazelton Mayor Jeff Cassatt said if the fees are collected, then the municipalities with no or low amount of roads should be given a stipend. County Council will hold a voting session followed by a work session on Tuesday, May 8th. Coming up on WYLN News, graduation dates are being set. Plus, have you played Keno today? We'll learn more about the new game from our Julia Wiegand. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Today, delightful. Tonight, clear 52. Tomorrow, more sunshine and a high near 80. For Thursday, we'll start off with the sun, but yes, that heat brings the thunderstorms, and the high on Thursday, 81. We'll be right back.
For a decade, Schuylkill County had no property tax increases, and all was good. Then serial tax increaser George Helkovich came along, and the smiles quickly disappeared. Commissioner Helkovich raised property taxes 3 times in 6 years. Even worse, Helkovich used money from your property taxes to give himself a pay raise. Dan Muser's a fiscal conservative and reformer with a plan to eliminate all school property taxes. Dan Muser, he's on our side.
I'm Dan Muser, and I approve this message.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
Tom Wolf's never-ending tax hikes have hurt Pennsylvanians. Wolf's record on jobs, a disgrace. I've spent my life signing the front of paychecks. Companies create jobs, not politicians. And we'll create more paychecks by cutting big government. My plan eliminates the property tax, cuts wasteful spending, and makes government accountable to us instead of the Harrisburg insiders.
Tough, businessman, conservative. Scott Wagner for governor.
The Mahanoy area high school class of 2018 will graduate on June 8th. The Board of Education voted to set graduation for the 8th after adjusting the school calendar due to 10 snow days the district encountered this year. The class of 2018 will walk into the Joe Alansky Gymnasium at 7 p.m. The last day of school for students is also June 8th. There will be an early dismissal with the high school dismissing at noon and elementary school at 12:30. The last day for teachers, June 13th. Also, the board will meet on May 24th in order to meet state requirement for the adoption of the 2018-19 general operating budget to be approved by the June 30th deadline. There's not so good news for travelers and motorists when it comes to gas prices this coming summer. According to AAA, 13% of gas stations across the country are already charging $3 per gallon or more. Crude oil prices rose to the highest level for the first time in 3 years. Part of the reason? That global economic growth has driven up the demand, and cutbacks by OPEC have driven down the oil supplies. Motorists in the western part of the U.S., as well as Connecticut and Pennsylvania, are paying the most. Prices in Northeast PA range from $2.95 to $2.99 per gallon, and some of them a little over $3. The U.S. Energy Information Administration expects that the national retail price for gas will average out about $2.76 per gallon for the remainder of 2018. Today, Governor Tom Wolf announced the launch of a new fellowship program aimed to connect students and manufacturers in Pennsylvania. The new program is designed to partner college students with local manufacturers to develop new technologies. Universities that partner with a manufacturer can apply for and receive $25,000 to $70,000 in funding for research projects. The fellowship will be administered by the Department of Community and Economic Development. Universities can now submit project ideas at manufacturingpa.org. Proposals are due by June 12th. Award notices will be sent out by the end of July. Keno launched its debut in the Keystone State today, and WILN's Julia Wiegand has the details.
The new fast-paced Pennsylvania lottery game Keno draws every 4 hours, giving players the chance to win $100,000 7 days a week.
Based upon Keno's success in other states, we expect Keno to help us raise lots of new money for those important programs which benefit older Pennsylvanians every day.
15 Keno games pop up every hour, and you can now play at any PA lottery retailer that sells draw games like Mega Millions and Powerball, as well as select retailers that offer live drawings of winning numbers.
Older Pennsylvanians are counting on us to generate funds into the future, and we're doing that through important new products like Keno, Express Sports, and iLottery games sold on mobile devices. These are new products intended to appeal to a new audience, to create funds well into the future and modernize this Pennsylvania lottery.
It works like this. You pick up to 10 numbers from 1 to 80. The computer draws 20 winning lottery numbers. The name of the game is matching. The more you match, the more you win. Keno wagers range from $1 to $20 with a multiplier option. Kickoff events will be popping up all across the Commonwealth to celebrate the exciting launch of Keno. Check out palottery.com to find one near you. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
Gotta play to win. Coming up on Hazel Village's News Choice, a walk this month to raise awareness about ALS. Plus, the winner of the Athena Award is... We'll tell you. But first, let's take a look at today's winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Stay with us.
It's a new day in Pennsylvania, and there's a sign of hope. A sign families are saying no more to the high taxes that sent our jobs and children away. A sign of trust in a successful businessman, dedicated father, and American patriot. A sign families are supporting a conservative outsider instead of the backroom politician's hand-picked candidate. Above all, a sign. Tomorrow will be better than today.
Are you in good hands? Call Gary McNeilis of Allstate Insurance for all your insurance needs. The McNeilis Agency has 2 locations to conveniently serve you, 1092 North Church Street in Hazel Township and Hometown Village Square in Hometown. Their quality, service-oriented agency will make sure you get the coverage you need at a price you can afford. Call in Hazel Township at 570-454-1981 or in Hometown at 570-668-5133.
Are you in good hands? Strong families and strong values are what make Pennsylvania great. My mother was strong, and she raised me with Pennsylvania values like hard work and integrity.
Republican John Schrin running for Congress to fight for our conservative values.
And I'll stand with the president to drain the swamp, secure our borders, and fight for the forgotten families of this country.
Strong borders, strong families, strong values. John Schrin for Congress.
I'm John Schrin, and I approve this message.
Welcome to Community and You. I'm Paula Dagnan, and we all got the memo to wear our black sweaters today. And what a great topic we're going to be talking about. We have Erica Smith, and Erica is a registered nurse with the ALS Society Foundation. Association. Well, I knew it had to be one of those. And then we have... Now, you probably can't see what I'm showing you on the screen right now. There we go. Because this is Kathy Malcolmus, and here it's Ken Malcolmus. You guys related?
It's my husband.
All right. Now, you have a walk coming up.
Mm-hmm.
That's the second annual.
Yes.
But first, before we talk about the walk, Erica, if you would be so kind as to give us just a little bit of an overview of the medical and what ALS actually means.
Well, ALS is typically known as Lou Gehrig's disease to most people, but it's a progressive degenerative motor neuron disease that affects the muscles. And basically, patients lose the ability to walk, speak, eat, and so forth. But every patient's different, so symptoms are different from patient to patient. No two are the same. And unfortunately, there is no cure right now, but we keep fighting for a cure, and that's what we're doing right now.
I was going to say, because it sounds like it mimics a lot of other diseases.
It does.
Is there a test?
There are a multitude of tests, and typically it can take 1 to 2 years before a patient actually gets a diagnosis of ALS, because they want to rule out everything else that comes before that. So there's really no surefire test that says you have ALS, but it's basically just ruling out diseases as you go.
And I would think that, especially in Ken's case, this was something that was not expected. Hereditary, anything in the family?
As a matter of fact, his father, grandfather, and his uncle all had Alzheimer's. So we kind of thought that was our path too. And when we found out that when Kenny was diagnosed with the ALS, that came as a big surprise.
And is that typical?
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of people think they have Lyme disease, Alzheimer's, dementia, a stroke. It can mimic a lot of different diseases. So.
And Ken was an active guy. He climbed what?
He climbed the Appalachian Trail. It took him 23 years to finish.
Wow, you must have missed him while he was gone.
I wasn't with him the whole time, but he
increments.
Yes, in increments.
How far did you go?
100 miles.
Well, that was still very good. Mm-hmm. So he was all ready to go and revved up, and
he went once a year, and it was probably the most activity he had for the whole year was that one hike. You know, as our family grew and things like that, but he loved it. It was a special time for him.
And you said, you were telling me before we came on the air a little bit about Ken, and that it was right after he finished the trail. How long after?
A month, really. He had a tough hike, I would say, that last hike, but that is when he did finish 2009. August of 2009, he finished hiking Mount Katahdin in Maine. And he actually started with a drop foot September 2009. So the following month is when he started with a drop foot. That eventually, worked its way up his leg, and he wore a brace, and then it quickly went into his respiratory system. Uh-huh. And
Erica, is this typical?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it became quite debilitating fairly quickly.
But he still got around.
He did get around.
It seems to me like he has a wonderful support group.
He did have a wonderful support group. We had a lot of great friends, and who stood by us, and it took us 2 years to get diagnosed. We didn't get diagnosed actually until March 27th, 2012.
And then how long did he progress in the illness before he passed?
And then he actually passed away 4 years later.
Oh.
So,
which is typical. They say 3 to 5 years after diagnosis is the life expectancy, but again, it differs with each patient.
And that's why you, Kathy, decided that what else would Ken like but to walk? So this is the second annual walk in memory of Ken. Where and when?
It's at Crestwood High School. It's May 12th. It's an open registration from 9 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon, so you could come any of that time and register and walk as much as you want, as little as you want. People in wheelchairs can come. We had runners last year. So we have a lot, nice raffle. We have a 50-50. There's a lot of nice things that are going to be there this year. And we're hoping, last year we ended up, it took us 3 weeks to plan. It was a very quick planning thing, and we made over $5,000. So this year we started a little bit earlier, and we're hoping to
get more. And now that money is going to Erica?
The money from the registration fees will come back to the ALS Philadelphia chapter, but Kathy also has her own foundation that she has founded and runs. You want to tell us about that?
It's very, very new. My feet are very wet, and I have a lot to learn.
And you have a website for that?
We do have a website
that we have on the
now.
Screen.
Okay, great. And we did just start that a week or so ago, and you can go on there and make donations. And our intent really is to help local families in the area, Luzerne County.
That was my next question. You're focusing on the local, where Erica and the group are focusing on a bigger region. Well, I think you are quite the star. Good for you.
Thank you.
To take that 100 miles and then decide that she's going to take on more walks. That's pretty awesome, Erica.
She's amazing.
She is amazing. And now, once again, give us the details. It's happening May 12th?
May 12th at Crestwood High School, and it's going to be from 9 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon. People can register up until 2. We have the track as long as we need it.
All right, so there you go. Make sure you stop by. And are you going to be there, Erica?
I will definitely be there.
Erica will be there. Kathy will be there. What more do you need? 2 beautiful ladies dressed in black sweaters? We're all ready to go. And we hope you'll join us again soon on Community and You.
Northeast Pennsylvania. Scenic beauty, close-knit communities. We're neighbors helping neighbors. Lehigh Valley Health Network is bringing you leading-edge cancer treatment that's close to home. Robotic surgery for quicker recoveries. World-class heart care and access to top specialists. All from Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton and our 15 community locations. Neighbors caring for Greater Hazleton and beyond. Lehigh Valley Health Network.
Chur's Auto Sales has been serving the area with quality vehicles since 1954. Chur's Auto Sales is known as your friendly dealer and now in their 4th generation and voted the best used car dealer by the readers of Standard Speaker Choice Awards. John Chur would like to thank everyone that voted for his business. When you need a quality pre-owned vehicle, choose from a large selection at Chur's 570-454-7229.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
The Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce has announced the 2018 recipient of the Athena Award. This year, the award goes to Krista Schneider of the Downtown Alliance for Progress. The award, sponsored by Berger Family Dealership and Blaze Alexander Dealership, Schneider is the executive director of DHAP. Krista has an undergrad degree from Penn State through a full Army ROTC scholarship. She received a commission in the U.S. Army Quartermaster Corps and served 4 years on active duty, 2 on reserved. She received the rank of captain. Krista obtained her master's degree in urban design from Harvard University. She's been a community leader with significant impact in the greater Hazleton area. The Athena Award presented each year to a Hazleton area businesswoman for outstanding professional achievement. Krista, congratulations to you, and like when you come and visit us here at WYLN. State Representative David Millard inviting the public to attend a drug abuse awareness forum. Speakers from the healthcare community will be providing information about drug abuse and the opioid crisis. The forum takes place on Wednesday, May 9th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Catawissa Fire Hall, 400 South Street in Catawissa. It's free and open to the public. And if you'd like to find out more, you can call Representative Millard's district offices. Now stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN News.
Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. It's spelled different because we are different. Physical is unlike any therapy center you've been to before. If you're tired of living in pain, if you want to move better, overcome an injury or balance disorder, or you just want to improve your strength and conditioning, our highly skilled team of medical experts will help you get back to living the life you enjoy. New mentality, new body, new life. Get physical.
Go hog wild for Iron Pigs baseball. WYLN is televising the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs live. America's favorite pastime on your local network, WYLN TV 35. See the stars of tomorrow at Coca-Cola Park. Don't miss any of the games here on WYLN TV 35. Visit WYLNTV.com for a complete Iron Pigs schedule. Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs on WYLN, your home for live sports.
At the Joyce Insurance Group, we offer insurance tailored to your needs. We protect what matters most to you.
We've been serving the needs of thousands of clients throughout Northeast Pennsylvania since 1955.
Our professional agents are dedicated to providing you with a great insurance experience.
With 62 years in business, our clients are the reason that we care the most.
Ask any of our 5,000 plus satisfied customers, and they'll tell you the right choice is Joyce.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Weather on WYLN TV 35 is brought to you by State Representative Tara Toohill. Paid for by the committee to elect Tara Toohill.